Let's talk about anxiety. So many of us know that so much of our anxiety comes from future tripping, but do you know about futuristic memory? About being afraid of a past event happening in the future? Watch this video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button, the bell to receive notification when I release new videos. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I want to just thank you guys extra today because yesterday we received our award. There we go. For, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I should have practiced. For reaching over 100,000 subscribers organically. All because of you guys. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for loving what I do, for following what I do, for clicking that subscribe button, for sharing this information, because it's true. We do heal one soul at a time, and it takes you to make this healing go around. So thank you so much. It's kind of a cool milestone. I can't wait to continue with you guys and hit all the other milestones together in this beautiful tribe. So thank you for being part of this beautiful work. Today, I want to dive into anxiety. And I want to dive into futuristic memories that create anxiety. We're anticipating that an unhealed wound from the past is going to again come to us in the future. So this is what it is, you guys. Let's take abandonment and rejection because it's so prevalent. It's so common, even though we don't know it, it is. That first time, that original wound when you were rejected or abandoned by a parent or a kid in school and bullied or whatever it is for you, right? That never got fully resolved. And because that wasn't fully resolved, we now anticipate that that shit will still happen to us in the future. In fact, a lot of times we create it. Relationship sabotage is the 101 for futuristic memories, right? Relationship sabotage says I might fall in love with you and you find out who I truly am, right? Intimacy issues. And then you're going to reject me or abandon me. So I'm going to abandon shit first. I'm going to find all this shit that could be wrong with you that probably isn't. And then I'm going to go because I just did what I would call futuristic memory. And I just anticipated my past wound that's unhealed onto my future. Do you know how many times we do this and we sabotage our own joy? Our own potential, our own deserving. We fall into these coping mechanisms of I'll be perfect so I don't get rejected, or I'll be a people pleaser so I'm always doing it right. But we're not being authentic, right? This is the big thing here. When we're doing these things because of an anticipation of an event in the future, we're also already abandoning and rejecting our authentic self. So it's a lose-lose. We need to learn this. We need to heal this, right? If I'm the perfect person, the perfect kid, the perfect girlfriend, the perfect wife, perfect whatever, I'm abandoning myself, but I won't be abandoned by them, so my anxiety goes down. Do you see why we do this? We adopt these coping mechanisms to tame the anxiety instead of going to the place it started, the original wound, and truly healing it. So this is what we need to do to relieve our anxiety for the future. Our anxiety in the present is to get real about how we feel so we can heal. But what that means is diving deeper into this core anxiety. What did I make it mean that I was abandoned and rejected? So often we just adopt the answer we think it is, the answer they gave us. We gaslight ourselves. If you guys haven't watched that video last week on inner child healing and root chakra, please do that. It's about gaslighting your inner child, about saying, oh, I was abandoned and rejected just because of me. Self-blame, something's wrong with me, I'm not enough. What did you make it mean? If you made it mean one of these limiting beliefs about yourself, you're wrong, and it's time to upgrade it. And when you're upgrading it, see, you're anxious because you're afraid that that projection is going to be true. So what you do is you try to insulate yourself from that feared truth of not being enough, of not measuring up, of whatever you've made it. So what I want you guys to do for me today is just adopt this belief, whether you believe it or not, just trust me. I feel like you do. It's not about me. That is wrong. It's not that I don't measure up. It's not that I'm not enough. I don't care how much evidence I've looked for in my life or found. It's not true. It's true because you needed to protect the original story. if it's true that my mom or dad rejected me because of me, then if I find out it's not because of me, that means something's wrong with my parent and I needed them to survive, so I'm not going there. And now at your age, you're a little bit older, it's time to go there and realize that my parent is not my God. My parent has wounds too. No one treats me this way without being treated that way. So what we need to do also is understand that the majority of our parents are in denial about their childhood because it's bad and wrong and guilt-ridden to think that anything was wrong with their parents. So they're already in denial. So let's just accept that they're usually in denial of some sort. And if they are, we need to look deeper. We need to be our own wise guide inside and say, what actually happened to dad to make dad ignore me? If dad ignored you, you've made that mean that there's something wrong with you, so I better do things to hide myself so that I don't get ignored and that doesn't get told to me by everyone else. Or you've made yourself the class clown to get the validation you didn't get from dad, and that's not authentic either. So maybe what we should do is say, why did dad really ignore me if it had nothing to do with me? There's so many scenarios I can give you that I'm not even going to start. But what I want you guys to do for your little homework is look at what is another perspective. If it couldn't actually be me, because I'm not allowed to think that in this video for the next few minutes, if it wasn't me at all, what could it have been? Was dad ignored by his dad and then he didn't learn how to actually give me the proper attention? Because if he did, it would remind him that his wounding is still happening. This is what a lot of parents do, and this is my video next week. A lot of parents will deny their authentic self to feel safe in their home, and then they think by making you deny your authentic self, you'll be safe in the world. But newsflash, that is an emotional dark age thought. The real thought, the true thought, the conscious thought is, mom and dad may have had to abandon their authentic self to fit their family, but guess what? I don't need to fit a dysfunctional family or society. I just need to fit in with the universe, which is abundant and loving and unconditional. And if I'm going to be who I truly am because it's safe to be who I am and I'm going to go against the grain of my upbringing, what does that mean for me? If it's safe to be my authentic self and the only person I'll ever be abandoned by or rejected by is the people that aren't their authentic selves, then how can I upgrade the meaning I've attached to being abandoned and rejected? Start there. I also want to mention, you guys, my inner work is opening. My inner work group is opening again for enrollment right now. And we start the first week of September. It is Monday morning. It's an hour and a half with me and 2 other people. The benefit of a small group that a lot of people don't understand, but if you watch the testimonials or read them, you'll understand. You start to be able to practice and become the neutral observer of others, which then allows you to become the neutral observer because you're practicing that muscle for your own emotional experience, for your own trigger, for your own wounding. You get to see your identity is not your pain. You get to become the coach really for other people's experiences and go so much deeper and elevate quickly. So I encourage anyone who wants to work with me to try inner work. It's an amazing experience and it's definitely cost friendly. Also, if you want to dive into this work by yourself and you don't want to work with me, you just want to do it at your own pace, emotional rehab. If you're ready to really knock out these mother-father tribal injuries, shadow work. They're all open right now. All of these things are so centered on what we talk about in these videos. If you have any questions or comments, please just leave them below in the comment box. Please share this with at least one person you think it could help. I really adore you guys, and thanks again for being so loyal and doing your work. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week.